Welcome to episode number 12 of this Colorado Rockies franchise series. And today I'm also playing the Colorado Rockies franchise series. Here in MLB The Show 20, it's MLB The Show 20, as you cannot port over any franchises from MLB 20 to MLB 21, or from MLB 21 to MLB 22. But I do want to continue this series. I know the last episode of the series was literally I think last June of last year. So it's been almost a year since the last episode, but it's better late than never. As it's July 3rd, 2020 in its name. We're about to play the game on July 4th, 2020 against the San Francisco Giants at home at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. As it will be Dallas Keuchel for us, pitching for us, and then it will be Andrew Suarez for San Francisco. The Rockies are completely obliterating the entire universe this year. I've assembled a team that is 65-22. Yes, you heard that right. 65-22. As you didn't see, if you looked at it, I mean, last episode was against the Diamondbacks right here. We beat them 2-1. If you haven't seen it yet, although it was almost a year ago, it'll be 9 to shy in the type of corner right up here. There should be an icon pops up at the beginning of the video. But then since then, I mean, right here, Pittsburgh swept us. We lost 8-1, 8-5, and then 3-1. And then this first game of the 3-game series against the Giants, we were down in the game, I believe. Yeah, we were down 5-3, but then we scored. I was playing the game. We were down 5-2, but we scored 5 in the 8th to win the game 7-5. But I mean, the biggest losing streak we had this year, I believe, is 3 games. Oh, we had a 4-game losing streak. But I think we've had one 4-game losing streak, and obviously this 3-game losing streak where we got swept by Pittsburgh. But other than that, we haven't lost more than, well, like I said, probably I think if I didn't miss anything, we have one. It's 3-game losing streak right here where we got swept by Pittsburgh. A 4-game losing streak right here where we lost 2 in Chicago, the Chicago White Sox. Lost the first inning of the series against the Phillies. So we had one 3-game losing streak, one 4-game losing streak, and other than that we've only lost we lost only 1 in a row or 2 in a row because we only have 22 losses total. And we're 65-22, which is 747 winner percentage, and we are 11 games up on the Dodgers, who are 55-34 we're 65-22 with a 747 winning percentage. The Dodgers are 11 games behind us. They're 55-34 with a 618 winning percentage. And then the Giants are in third place, 23.5 games back of the Rockies. Diamondbacks 30.5 games back. Padres 41.5 games back. The Padres are 24-64. 40 games below 500, and that's a 273 winner percentage. And they're 5-32 against division opponents. So out of their 24 wins, well, 19 of that have been against teams not in our division, but they're 5-32 against division opponents. We're 38-6. We won 1 straight game, obviously that game against the Giants, the first game of this 3-game series, and we're 6-4. The Rockies are, and the Rockies, like I said, are 6-4 in the last 10 games. Yeah, we're ranked 8th in baseball, 1st in power, 7th in contact, 28th in speed, 19th in defense, and 16th in pitching. I mean, and if you look at the team here, I mean, we have Byron Buxton, who's, 99 speed, 89 steal, but he has 7 home runs, 33 RBIs. Daniel Murphy, 8 home runs, 32 RBIs, he's batting .309. Nolan Arenado's batting .301, 23 home runs, 47 RBIs. Obviously, we still have Arenado in this game. Chris Davis, 252, 14 home runs, 32 RBIs. Gary Sanchez, 324, 13 home runs, 47 RBIs. Nelson Cruz, who if there's a DH, because obviously in this game the pitcher's still bat. If there's a DH, he's our DH, and sometimes he plays in the field. Although in real life he's not, because he's 39 years old. Still batting at .289, 7 home runs, 20 RBIs. Trevor Story, who we still have, 262, 14 home runs, 49 RBIs. David Dahl, 13 home runs, 46 RBIs, 307 average. And then Jonathan Scope, 11 home runs, 38 RBIs, and 281 average. Adaris, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs, 245 average. Mark Reynolds, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, 343 average. Lonnie Matthews, 11 home runs, 35 RBIs, 267 average. And then Steve Barker, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, 261 average. He's a rookie. In our last game, in that 5-run 8th inning for the Rockies, Barker hit a home run, which is his first career Major League home run. That's nice. Yeah. And then if you look at the pitching, we have Kyle Friedland, German Marquez, Dallas Keuchel, J. Dodorizzi, Tyler Anderson. Bullpen, we have Antonio Sanzelli, I'm probably botching his name, Sun Quan O, Philip Norman, Ryan Thayer, Chris Russin, Wade Davis, Scott Odeberg, and then our closer, Craig Kimbrell, who is 32 for 33 on saves. That is absolutely absurd. That is absurd. He has a 2.08 ERA, a 1.10 WHIP, 32 saves, and only one blown save, and he has one hold. But that's just insane. 39 innings pitched, 32 saves, only one blown save, and then one hold. And like I said, he's been 39 games or 39 appearances. His record is 0-1, 32 saves, one blown save, one hold, 39 innings pitched, 30 hits, 11 runs, 9 earned runs, 1 home run, 13 walks, 61 strikeouts, 2.08 ERA, 1.10 WHIP. I mean, that's absurd numbers. Wade Davis last year was our closer, and he went 39. He had 39 saves and only 8 blown saves. This year he has 1 save and 2 blown saves. But like I said, Kimbrell, 32 saves, only 1 blown save. So it's 32 for 33 on saves. And what is this? Okay, whatever, I don't care. I just wanted to get that off the screen. He was Steven Barker was the player of the game for the last game. We have both controllers per usual. Let's get into the game here on 4th of July. July 4th, 2020. Here we have 4:10 Eastern. Giants at Rockies. The Rockies will be the red controller, and the Giants will be the blue controller. Obviously, both teams will be wearing their New Era Stars and Stripes hat. So both teams will have their custom uniforms. Their cap will be the New Era Stars and Stripes, and then the jersey and pants for the Rockies is home for both of them, and then the jersey and pants for the Giants is road for both of them as well. Let's get into it. We are playing off at Torres Field, holds 50,398, opened in 1995. Presentation mode broadcast team style, MLB Network, because it's 4th of July. Twitch on sound, whatever, first tries. Yeah, so it'll be lefty versus lefty, 85 versus 78. Keitel's the 85, Suarez is the 78. And I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna put in. I want Murphy. I know this is different. I want to put Murphy at first. I'll leave Lonnie Matthews at catcher. But I want to put, I know Steven Barker's got his first career home run, but I want to play Stope. I want to play Sanchez, actually, so I'm going to put Gary Sanchez at catcher instead of Lonnie Matthews. And then I leave Cruz in left field. I don't know. Why not? I'll leave Nelson Cruz in left field. And yeah, so that's all I'll change I'm going to do. So it's Buxton, Story, Arenado, Davis, Murphy, Sanchez, Stoke, Cruz, and then Keuchel. I'm not going to change anything on the Giants side unless the computer says something, because obviously I'm not controlling the Giants. Well, I am for this game, but for any other game I'm not, so let's get into it. On the playoff plans for this game, and Matt Vesturgeon is not turned down at all. Here we go. And yeah, I was on that Dan, that's a weird name. I don't know if it's a real player. Batting at first, he's only hitting 14 left-handed pitchers, so I might. And if it's not. Sorry, I just zoomed out for a second so the camera could get in focus. So is he a center fielder or two? So who's the better? Also, let's put him in there. Center field, see the right field would be also my center field. Okay, let's get into it now. Buster Posey. No, I'm just gonna skip that. And now let's get into it. So the only change I did is I put Lawrence Din in center field instead of Dan or whatever that. Well, they have Brandon Bell, Loney Chisenhall, obviously Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford, everyone else, Chris Shaw, and Red Reed. I don't think that's other real players. And that Lawrence Din, it might be. I'm not sure though. We are live and on the air for another edition of baseball here on MLB Network. As it's baseball here on the 4th of July. as we have a good matchup for this afternoon here on the 4th of July. It's between the San Francisco Giants and the Colorado Rockies. Baseball on the 4th of July comes your way next here on MLB Network. Here we go. Dallas Keuchel, 17 starts here in 2020, 11-1 record, a 3.72 ERA, 111 and 1/3 innings pitched, 114 hits, 1.33 WHIP, 34 walks, and 92 strikeouts. It's the Giants at Rockies here on the 4th of July here on MLB Network. 2-seam fastball, a slider, a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and a cutter for Keuchel. 2-2 pitch to the leadoff man for San Francisco as we're on your way here at Torres Field. At the line, drive, foul. 92 degrees. 92 degrees at first pitch. And that is shorts weather. That's what Matt Vestergen said, I believe, and it is. That's shorts and a t-shirt weather. Yeah, well, that's shorts and a t-shirt weather. 92 degrees is obviously. 2-2 pitch popped up, foul. Yeah, 92 degrees. That's what you expect. I mean, it's July 4th in Denver. I mean, not a cloud in the sky. 92 degrees at first pitch. That is t-shirt, shorts and a t-shirt weather. Here we go. Another 2-2 pitch. That's not a foul ball. The battle between these two guys to lead off the game. That's a pop-up. As he popped him up on the changeup, Murphy's over and foul ground, and he's got it. Murphy does in foul ground, one down to lead off the ball game. And here's the starting lineup for the San Francisco Giants. Lawrence, Din, Brandon Crawford, Buster Posey, Chris Shaw, Greg Reed, Brandon Belt, Lonnie Chisenhall, Allen Hazen, and that's the pitcher, Andrew Suarez. 763 hits this season for the Giants. That is 8th in the NL. Here's Brandon Crawford, 7th in the NL for All-Star, and 7th in the All-Star voting for NL shortstops. Here we go. 1-0 pitch. That's a line drive. Will it stay fair? No. Here we go. 1-2 pitch to Crawford again. That's a fly ball left field. Cruz is over. It's tailing away from him, but Cruz makes the catch over his shoulder on the run. 2 down. As a 39-year-old who in real life doesn't play the outfield anymore, he's just a DH. But in this game, he's still playing the outfield, and I still have him in the outfield, and makes the catch on the run. 2 down. Here's Posey. In real life, did retire, but still playing here. MLB show 21-2. You didn't miss anything. 1-2 pitch to the Giants catcher, their number 3 batter. No runners on 2 outs, top 1. Ground ball to Scope. We'll throw it to Daniel Murphy in and over. 1-2-3 go the Giants. Rockies coming to bat, no score here on MLB Network. Andrew Suarez, 16 starts here in 2020, 3-9 record, a 4.39 ERA, 94 and 1/3 innings pitched, 73 hits, 1.11 WHIP, 32 walks and 79 strikeouts. Not the record, and his team right now is in 3rd place in the NL West, while the Rockies are in 1st. 14 fastball, slider, explosive curve, and a changeup for Suarez. Here's Byron Buxton. He has power and he has speed, and that's a foul ball. One-two pitch. That's a ground ball to Bell, and he will beat Buxton to the pad. It was pretty close because Buxton has 99 speed. 1 down. Here's the starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. Byron Buxton, Trevor Story, Nolan Arenado, Chris Davis, Daniel Murphy, Jerry Sanchez, Jonathan Scope, Nelson Cruz, and the pitcher Dallas Keuchel. 432 runs scored this season for the Rockies. That's 3rd in the NL. And right now the Rockies are 1st in the NL West. Here is Trevor Story. Greenwood hitters count, and that is low ball 4, and that's a 1-out walk for Trevor Story. 1-on-1 out for Arenado. 23 home runs, 4th in the NL, and right now, if the first half ended today, it would be in the home run derby, but there's still about 10 games left before the All-Star break. And that's a pop-up. And it's behind the plate, and that will be caught by Posey and fouled around behind home plate. 2 down. And now it's Chris Davis. 1-1 pitch. That's a swing and a miss. And here's the umpire that signed for today's game. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald. Looks like Joe McDonald, home plate umpire for today's game, is inconsistent. 1-2 pitch. That's a line drive, and that will find the seats. Ball boy doesn't move a muscle down there. Still 1-2 to the Rockies right fielder. Line or ground ball base hit. It's past the diamond first baseman and the second baseman. 2-out single for Chris Davis. 2 on, 2 out for the Rockies here in the first inning. Here's Daniel Murphy, 2 on, 2 out. Ground ball, actually, there's already 2 outs. Throw to center for the force by the Giants' third baseman is in time and an over. And the Rockies trying a pair of runners. Way to the second here on 4th of July, no score. Might get sunburnt. Here we go, top 2. Here on the sunny afternoon. Here on Sunday. Here on well, it's Saturday, I think. Here on the Saturday afternoon, 4th of July, not a cloud in the sky here in Denver. Fly ball on the line by the ball boy, and Cruz cannot get there. Here we go, 1-2 pitch now again. Ground ball, deep in the hole, Story from the outfield grass, got him! 1 down. And here's the Rockies defense. Nelson Cruz, Byron Butson, and Chris Davis in the outfield. Daniel Murphy, Jonathan Stope, Trevor Story, and Nolan Arenado in the infield. And Jerry Sanchez behind the plate. And obviously, Dallas Keuchel on the mound. And like I said before in other videos, if the screen, the TV moves, the screen, the camera moves. If the TV is cut off and or the camera is crooked, I'll try to fix it as soon as I can. 1 on, or no runners on, 1 out. Top 2, ground ball snapped his bat. Murphy will under and flip the title, 2 down. Here's Brandon Belt, no runners on, 2 outs, top 2 here this afternoon. Ground ball where no one was, the shift was on, and Cruz cut it off, no, and would go all the way to the wall in left field. Cruz will go and did it, but Bell is easily in the center base with a 2-out double. First hit of the game for the Giants. Runner center, 2 outs, and that's the first hit of the game for the Giants. The Rockies already got one. 2-1 pitch. Ground line drive down the line, fair! And it was by the 347 sign by the left field foul pole. It's an RBI double as Belt scores from center base, and the Giants strike first here this afternoon on the road. That's Lonnie Chisenhall's RBI double, 12th double of the year, and the Giants strike first here on the road. 1-0 San Francisco. That's a pop-up. Behind first is Murphy and found ground, and he'll make the catch in and over. But the Giants did a run on an RBI double by Lonnie Chisenhall. Middle of 2, the score is 1-0 Giants. And we have bottom 2, here's Jerry Sanchez. 7 for 31 in his last 9 games. And that is a slump. 3-2 pitch to the Rockies catcher. That's a pop-up. Behind first, Belt goes back in fair territory. He'll make the catch. 1 down. And here is the Giants defense. Chris Shaw, Lawrence Din, and Lonnie Chisenhall in the outfield. Brandon Bell, Alan Hayes in, Brandon Crawford, and Dredd Reed in the infield. And Buster Posey behind the plate. Who I don't love last year. Obviously, Andrew Suarez on the mound. No runners on, 1 out. Bottom 2 for Jonathan Stope. That's a little jam shot to Belt. So he caught the pop-up, and now he fields his ground ball. 2 down quickly here in the second. Now it's Nelson Cruz pitcher spots on deck. He homered in that 5-run 8th yesterday. That's a fly ball killed, but foul. As he got most of that forcing fastball, but hit it well foul. 1-2 pitch. That's a little jam shot to Belt. And he made all 3 outs, caught the pop-up, and then 3 unassisted ground balls and an over. 1-2-3 go to the Rockies. And the 2, the score is 1-0 Giants. let's say, yeah, ERA 3.31, which is first in the NL and the MLB. And then, I mean, home runs allowed 67, first in the NL, first in the MLB, and everything on there, except for really strikeouts, is like top 5 in the NL and the MLB. Like whips, I mean, everything really except for strikeouts is top, at least is top 5, possibly even top 3 or first in the NL and the MLB. Here comes the Here's the thank you Heidi for that report. Here's the Giants pitcher, and that's a swing and a miss, 1-2. I just said thank you Heidi for that report. 1-2 pitch to the Giants pitcher. That's a foul ball, still 1-2 to Suarez. 1-2 pitch to the Giants pitcher. That's a ground bat to the Rockies pitcher, Title. Throws to Murphy, 1 down. The pitcher for the Giants is retired. Here's Lawrence Din, 0 for 1. Popped out and fouled ground lead off the Dame. That's 3-2 still to the leadoff man for San Francisco. 1-0 Giants, top 3 here at Torres Field. Foul ball again. So 8th pitch of that bat. Still a full count. Another foul ball. That would have been ball 4, but he fouled it back. 8 pitches of that bat. This is the 9th pitch of that bat. That's all jam shot. Charging is Murphy. Then over to first is Title. Murphy will flip the Title, 1 down. That's Title will win the battle. 9 pitches. Ends in a 3-1 ground out. 1 down. Now it's Crawford who flew out in the first. 2-1 pitch. That's a ground ball, and it ate up Arenado to the nasty hop, and it went over Arenado's head. 2-out single for Crawford. Or, I usually call that a single. But either way, Crawford's on. 1 on, 2 out for Buster Posey after that nasty hop. That's a ground ball, and now it hit by Murphy. Back-to-back 2-out singles by Crawford, now Posey. 2 on, 2 out for the Giants. Here in the third. Is there another 2-out rally here? Here we go. 2 on, 2 out. Foul ball. 1-2. This is Shaw. Giants out there running the 2nd inning after this back-to-back 2-out doubles. Back-to-back 2-out singles now. And he snapped his bat. Will it stay fair? Can he beat it out? It's fair. Through the first, safe. As there's a broken bat single, infield single, and the bases are loaded. The bases are now loaded for Greg Reed. 2-1 count. Little ground ball charging his scope, and he will throw out Shaw, or not Shaw, but he'll throw out the batter, whoever that is. I forgot his name. Middle of 3. Score is now 1-0 Giants. Well, the score is still 1-0 Giants. Here's Title, then it's Buxton. He's batting 100 this year. Title is with no home runs, 2 RBIs. Nearly down. 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. 1-2 pitch to the Title. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As the Giants pitcher strikes out the Rockies pitcher, 1 down. Now it's Buxton. The fastest guy on this team. At the line, drive foul. That's another foul ball. Here we go, another 2-2 pitch to Byron Buxton. That's a ground ball, and that will get through base hit. And Buxton with 99 speeds on first base with 1 out. And now it's Story, who walked earlier. And there goes Buxton. Throw! And straight 3 looking! But Buxton's safe at center base. So he does get the out. Sending straight down the game for Suarez. This one looking. A Story goes down looking. But it's not a strike him out, throw him out double play. He gets the strikeout, but not the throw out. So it's half of the strikeout. Strike him out, throw him out double play. Now it's Arenado hits the outfield. Should tie the game. Line drive, and it's over the center baseman, and Buxton will stop at third base, as he would have been out, but that was, as runners in the corners, 2 outs, as that was hit to the outfield, but because it was gotten to the right fielder so quick, Buxton was going to be out by probably 10 feet. So runners in the corners, 2 outs for Chris Davis. Time to run 90 feet away. Ground ball, just foul. Yeah, because it was hit so hard and got to the right fielder so quick. That's why Buxton did not go. He went about third of the way down the line, just maybe a third of the way down the line, but then he stopped. Here we go. That's a jam shot, but that will be foul. Still a 1-2 pitch. Time to run 90 feet away. Chris Davis trying to come through for his team. And the ground ball, just foul it in. The battle between Davis and Suarez. Time to run 90 feet away. Swing and a miss as Davis goes down. And the time runs stranded at third base with the Rockies strand 2 runners. And the 3. 1-0 San Francisco. We're back here at Coors Field. Let's go on the field to check in with Tanya Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Giants to discuss his thoughts on the San Francisco lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
And you, Honey. Here's
Brandon
Brandon Bell, who had a double and scored in his last at-bat. 2-2 pitch. That's a jam shot down the line. It's a shift, and it will not be caught. Almost hits the ball boy in the head. Foul ball. 2-2 pitch again to Bell. That's a fly ball. Left center. Coming in is Nelson Cruz. And he will call and catch. 1 down. There's Chisenhall, the RBI double in his last at-bat. That drove in Bell, and that made it 1-0 Giants. Still 1-0 Giants. Ground ball, Story. Well, zips it over to first, 2 down. And now it's Alan Hansen. Open with a pop-out. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball, Murphy. In and over. 1-2-3 to the Giants. Middle of 4 here in Denver. The score is 1-0 Giants. There's Murphy. There's Murphy. Leading off the inning for the Rockies. 1-0 San Francisco. Ground ball. Third baseman. Zips it over to Bell. 1 down. Now it's Gary Sanchez. 2-2 pitch. Popped up to the other catcher. Posey right on the plate, basically. And make the catch basically right behind the plate, 2 down. As one catcher pops up to the other. And there's quickly 2 down. And now it's Scope. That's a ground ball, second baseman. In and over, 1-2-3 to the Rockies. Way to the 5th here in Denver. The score is still 1-0 Giants here on 4th of July. Here's in the San Francisco pitcher. 0-for-1 in the game. Popped up. Shallow left field. Back to Arenado. 1 down. That's the top of the order. Then 0-for-2 with a pop out and a ground out. 1-1 pitch. That's a ground ball foul. Another 1-2 pitch. Line drive, but right into the glove of Daniel Murphy. 2 down. As he hit it on the nose. And here's Crawford to single in his last at bat. Foul ball, still 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, and that will be foul. 1-2 pitch. Oh, ground ball, Keuchel. And that's it for the top of the 5th. We're halfway home here in Denver. Score is 1-0 Giants.
Giants are down 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0.
Back here and here at Torres Field. Those on the field, he didn't check in with Tanya Watney.
Rockies offense with Colorado's manager. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out there at bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to burn their strikes.
And DeMighty.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
1-1 pitch to Cruz. Pitch response on that. Ground ball hit hard, but Belt's right there. 1 down.
Bag himself for the out.
Now it's a pitcher struck out. Swinton in the third. Hector will hit for himself. It's only the 5th inning, and it's only a 1 deficit for Colorado. That's a foul ball.
He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there, 4th to 7, 8 pitch ABs.
Line drive, and that will just go foul.
Let's see if he makes
As that was about a foot foul. It would have been at least a single, maybe a double for Taito if it was fair. But it was foul. 1-2 pitch again to Taito. Another foul ball. The battle between these two pitchers, Taito and Suarez. That's a ground ball to the third baseman for San Francisco. Zips it over to Bell, and Taito is retired. 2 down. Now it's Buxton is 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. As it's trying at third base in his last at bat. Trying to get his team back in this game. Ground ball, Bell. Not in a hurry. And it's a race to the bag. And he is out. As he slid. As Suarez slid and he beat Buxton to the bag by a step, maybe less. And the 5, the score is still 1-0 Giants. Here's Posey, top 6, not watching either bullpen, 1-0 Giants. Line drive into the gap, and that one go all the way to the wall in front of the bullpens. And the 14-feet Posey's shoved in the second base, and he's in there with a leadoff double. 9th double of the year for Posey. Runner at center, nobody out for Chris Shaw. And they're starting to warm up Ryan Thayer in the Colorado bullpen. Runner at center, nobody out for the Giants. Popped up and foul ground. Arenado's there, and there's 1 down. The runner will not advance. I've had a lot of pop-ups in this game. Here's Red, 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, base hit. And Posey will stop at third, but he's doing his 14 speed as Davis comes up throwing. Runners in the corners, 1 out for San Francisco here in the 6th inning. Runners in the corners, 1 out for Brandon Bell, who had a double earlier. Here we go. Double play would end the inning. Ground ball, this should be 2. Taylor remains 6, 4, 3, double play. And the inning's over. And the Giants do not score. Middle of 6 to score, still 1-0 Giants here on 4th of July. Here's Story 0 for 1 with a strikeout, Lipton, and a walk. 0 for 3 in the series with an RBI. 2-1 pitch. Line drive, and that will be foul. This team only has 3 hits. Had their chance. They've had like 1 good chance in this game. They're still on 1-0 bottom 6. Ground ball, base hit for Story. And that's the timer at first base as he has 89 speed. And now it's, I believe, Arenado coming up. It is Arenado. Singled in the third. Super 5 with 2 singles and an RBI in the series. 3-2 pitch. There goes Story. That's a ground where no one was. Story with a hit and runs going to third. And he's in there. At third base, or excuse me, run at the corners. Nobody out for the Rockies. Story signals, Arenado signals when Story was on the move. Runners in the corners, nobody out for Chris Davis. Double play depth still for Colorado, or for San Francisco. Fly ball, deep center, deep right field. That ball is gone, a home run. Chris Davis, and the Rockies have the lead. Just over the wall and right, Chris Davis with a 3-run shot. And the Rockies have the lead. Three-run shot for Chris Davis to straightaway right field. His 15th home run of the year. And the Rockies lead 3-1 here in the 6th. As obviously Davis scores along with Arenado and Story. As Davis had runners in the corners, 2 outs in his last at bat. Struck out Swinton. This one he had runners in the corners, nobody out. And obviously his goal was at least drive in 1 run, but he drives in 3 runs. He drives himself, Arenado, and Story. And the Rockies lead by a pair here in the 6th inning. After that 3-run home run by Davis, his 15th of the year, 3-1 Rockies, bottom 6. Line drive, base hit. Now the hit parade's coming on, and it's not cut off by the left fielder. And that will dip Murphy in the second base with a double. So we've had 4 straight singles to lead off the inning for the Giants, or for the 4 straight hits for the Rockies. For the 4 straight hits to lead off the inning for the Rockies. 2 singles, a 3-run home run, now a double. And Derek DeLong, or Sam Dyson, starting to open the San Francisco bullpen in a hurry. As Suarez is getting tired. 1-1 pitch to Sanchez. Ground ball, base hit! And they're going to hold the runner at third. There's nobody out. And there's runners at the corners, nobody out again. There's been 5 straight hits to start the inning. 2 singles, a 3-run home run now. Or 2 singles, a 3-run home run, a double. Now another single, and here comes Sam Dyson. The runners on base are responsible for the previous pitcher. Runners in the corners, nobody out. No, I didn't want that. Why is it? I didn't want to stream right. Did not mean to do that. Oh no. And we got resident corners, nobody out for Jonathan Stope. Fly ball on the line. And that was taken away from the right fielder, but he's got it. Runner at third is Tad. He has 24 speed. Throws to the cutoff man. Then the cutoff man throws it home. Throws it home, and it's not in time. Sack fly and an RBI for Jonathan Stope. Runner at first, 1 out now in the bottom of the 6th, but it's now 4-1 Colorado. And now it's Nelson Cruz. Ground ball hit hard. Base hit for Cruz. 2 on, 1 out for the Giants, or I don't know what to say. 2 on, 1 out for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 6th. And now it's probably a bunt made from Tycho. 1-1 pitch. He is bunting, and he does get it down. Good play, spearheaded by the third baseman. It's in time, but the runner will move up 90 feet. Runners at second and third, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th for the Rockies. Here we go. Score's decision is sacrifice 5-3. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Bottom 6 for the Rockies, and they're selling them up. Mark Melanson in the San Francisco bullpen. Runners at second and third, 2 outs for the Rockies. Bottom 6, already up 3. Foul ball. 4 in the inning for the Rockies. The first 3 were on a 3-run home run by Chris Davis, and then the 4th one was on a sac fly by Jonathan Stope. Ground ball. That's a loopy throw by Belt, as there's a foot race to the bad, but Buxton is out and the inning's over. As the Rockies do strand 2, but they hit 4. 3 on a 3-run home run by Chris Davis, and then the 4th one on a sac fly by Stope. And the 6th is scored now 4-1 Rockies. Here we go, top 7 now. Rockies were down 1-0, and now they're up 4-1, and the Rockies were down 1-0, now they're up 4-1. Here's Chisenhall, line driving in the down. Buxton's over, and Buxton will not get there. As they'll go all the way to the wall in left center, that would be a triple. As Chisenhall's shut in the third, and he's in there with a leadoff triple. Runner at third, nobody out for the Giants in the top of the 7th. First triple of the year for Chisenhall. Runner at third, nobody out for San Francisco. Here we go. Runner at third, nobody out. Infield bat. Ground ball, run will score. Stope will zip it over to Murphy. 1 down. It's an RBI ground out for San Francisco. It's now 4-2. So Chisenhall will score. And now it's a pitcher spot for San Francisco. And they're done to Brennan Evan Longoria. Pinching in for Sam Dyson. No runs on 1 out. Top 7. His team's down by 2. So Chisenhall tripled, and then he scored on an RBI ground out. Ground ball past the pitcher, base hit. 1 out single for Longoria coming off the bench. Now the Tyrants coming to the plate. Here we go, 1 on 1 out, and their title still in the game. Fly ball right field to his left is Davis, and Backpedal will make the catch on the run. Backpedal, like I said, 2 down here in the 7th. Now it's Crawford, 1 on 2 out. Home run will tie the game. Energy of titles in the yellow. This is probably his last batter. Ground ball, Arenado would go to first, and the inning is over. And we're at 7-inning stretch, or at the inning is over as Crawford grounds out to Arenado. 7-inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Score is now 4-2 Rockies. And here comes Mark Melanson, bottom 7, 4-2 Rockies. Here's Story. And it's Arenado. 2-3-4-3 up for the Rockies in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss! Blew the front one right by him. 1-2 to Story. Fly ball on the line, but it will tail foul. 1-2 pitch to Story again. And that's a fly ball down the line to his left as the right fielder's tailing away from him. And it's over his head and high off the wall. And he misplays it. Story's now going for a triple. And he's in there with a leadoff triple of his own. As it was over the head of the right fielder, kept tailing away from him. 8th triple of the year for Story. And then it went off the wall and it went high off the wall. And then it bounced around, and Story now at third base with nobody out. Infield in for the Giants. Line drive, hit hard, but foul. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, and the runner will not score as the ground ball to the center baseman. As the infield was in, 1 down, and Arenado, well, that was useless as he's out, and the run does not score. Runner at third, 1 out. Here's Davis, who had a 3-run home run last time. Infield still in for San Francisco. Ground ball past the diamond center baseman. RBI sent over Davis. His 4th RBI of the game. And the Rockies lead by 3 again. 5-2 Rockies. His 4th RBI of the game. And the Rockies lead his bat to 3. And Trevor Dott's starting to warm up in the Giants bullpen. As the Giants are now down by 3 again. Still nobody out, I believe, in the end. Excuse me, 1 out. Arenado was out. Or Dot out. Here we go. 1-2 pitch to Murphy. Ground ball! And it gets by the third baseman. It's a hit parade now for Colorado. 2 on, 1 out for the Rockies here in the bottom of the 7th. Already at 5-2. Now it's Sanchez. And they're going to bring in Dot. Here we go. 2 on, 1 out for Sanchez. Line drive, deep right field. Can the right fielder get that one? No, he can't. It's over his head. And the runners are backed up. There's a backup on the bases. It's thrown wildly. Throw it to first. And Sanchez is... And now there's 2 runners on the same base. There's 2 runners at center base. Bell will go over and Tad. The runner, that's why no one... No, there was 2 runners at second base. I had no idea. And Bell went over and tagged one of them, which was the runner that was at center base before that for the previous batters. Now it's 2 on, 2 out for Scope. Line drive foul. It's 2 on, 2 out for the Rockies. They already have 1 in. They're up by 3. Ground ball at the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes the runner. And he will score, throw to third, and he is safe as it's thrown offline. As he would have been out at third, but it's thrown offline by the center fielder. That's now 6-2. Now it's Cruz. Runs in corners, 2 outs. 6-2, Rockies lead. As the Rockies up by 4 now. Runs in corners, 2 outs. 1-2 pitch, ground ball. Bell almost went over his head, but does not. And the Rockies get 2 more, but they leave 2, but they're up 4. Or up 6-2, the Rockies are after 7 minutes of play here on 4th of July. Here we go. Top 8, the top 8. And the Giants are down by 4. And here comes Ryan Thayer. Here we go. 6-2 Rockies, top 8. Giants down by 4. Line drive. That's over the dive or jumping Stope. Leadoff center for Posey. As this is starting to become a slugfest. It was 1-0 for a long time, and then it was 4-1, 4-2, and 6-2. Runner at first, nobody out. Ground ball is to be 2. Arenado, Stope, Murphy, double play, 2 down. That's Posey died on base, but then the next guy runs into a 5-4-3 double play. 2 down now. As Giants enter their final 4 outs, down 4. Fly ball right center. A little bit of a late break for Davis. It's a long run, but he's got it. On the run, right center, in and over. Middle of 8. Score is still 6-2, Colorado. And David Dahl pinch hit for the pitcher. Here we go. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, and the pinch hitter Dahl gets on base with a single. I believe that's the Rockies' 15th hit of the game. 1 on, nobody out, bottom 8, 6-2 Rockies. And they're starting to warm up. Wade Davis and Trent Timbrell, 2 righties, are starting to warm up. Are starting to warm up in the Rockies bullpen in right center. Line drive, base hit. That did go all the way to the wall at will. Around second is Dahl. Now at third. And he's going to be set. And going to third is Buxton. Throw home. It is not in time. An RBI triple for Byron Buxton. And it's 7-2 Rockies. As Buxton with an RBI triple, they could call that a double and advance on a throw. But either way, it's an RBI double or RBI triple. Now Story. Infield is actually bat. Ground ball, the infield is bat. Buxton will score, and it's now 8-2. RBI ground up for Story, and the Rockies lead by half a dozen. And now it's Arenado. Snapped his bat, and going over, they did it at the pitcher, under him, tossed the belt, 2 down. Right fielder now. Here's Davis, 3 for 4 with a home run, 2 singles, and 4 RBIs. That's a fly ball foul. As he had a 3-run home run and an RBI single, as he's driven half of their runs here in this game. It was 1-0 Giants for a long time. Then it was 4-1 Rockies, 4-2, 6-2 Rockies, and then now 8-2 Rockies here in the 8th. Fly ball right center. And the right fielder would go on and did it. It's a long run, and he will make the catch in the gap like the Dazelle over his shoulder, in and over. We head to the 9th. The Rockies are up 8-2. Here we go. And they're Craig Kimbrell will be ready and waiting, and they'll bring in Wade Davis. It's not a safe situation. As the Rockies are up by 6 in the top of the 9th. Giants need to pull off a miracle here. Down 6. Ground ball to Arenado. The only down the left side of the infield. Zips it over to Murphy. 1 down here in the 9th. Now it's Lonnie Chisano and an RBI double that drove in the Giants' first run. Popped up, fouled ground, Arenado, and he'll make the catch and foul ground, and the Giants are down to their final out here this afternoon. Now it's Alan Hazen. Last chance for the Giants. Fans on their feet here at Coors Field. Ground ball fielded by Arenado. Jeter jump throw. What a play to end the game by Nolan Arenado. A Jeter jump throw from, I believe, foul territory, or the foul line at least. What a Jeter jump throw by Arenado from third base. And the Rockies win it 8-2. As the Rockies did their 66th win, as the Rockies did their 66th, or as the Rockies did their 66th, I can't speak. As the Rockies did their 66th, or as the Rockies did their 66th, or as the Rockies did their 66th win of the year. As the title's now 12-1. As the Rockies, well, they're back to their winning ways, back to a 2-game winning streak. Title's now 12-1. Suarez is 3-10. As the Rockies got 4 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. Or as the Rockies, like I said, the Rockies got 4 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, or like I said, the Rockies got 4 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and 2 in the 8th, and then obviously the Giants got 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 7th. Head of a game as Davis, like I said, went 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 singles, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. He's the player of the game. 2 runs and 10 hits, no errors for the Giants. 8 runs and 16 hits, or 2 runs and 10 hits, no errors for the Giants. 8 runs and 16 hits, no errors for the Rockies. Scheitel's now at 12-1 as he gets the win, and Suarez is now 3-10 as he gets the loss. As the Rockies get their 66th, or as the Rockies get their 66th. I can't say it. 66th. That's better. As the Rockies did their 66th win, or as the Rockies did their 66th win of the year. As they're now at 66 and 25, right? But either way, the Rockies now are 66 and 25. As they're it'll be 11 or 12 games up on the Dodgers. The next episode of this series will be the Home Run Derby and or the All-Star Game. As obviously, if we do have someone in the Home Run Derby, which right now, if we do, it would be Nolan Arenado, because right now he's 4th in the NL for home runs, and that's obviously there's 8 players total in the Home Run Derby, 4 from each lead. So if one of the Rockies players that is in the Home Run Derby, let's say it's Nolan Arenado, because right now I believe that's the only player that can make it. Let's say he is in it, then obviously I'll user him in the Home Run Derby, and that'll be a separate episode. I did this for my Boston Red Sox franchise in MLB Show 21, where Rafael Devers was in the Home Run Derby, and I usered him in the Home Run Derby, and that was a separate episode. And then the next episode after that was the All-Star Game, and that'll be the same thing here. If we do have someone in the Home Run Derby that Rockies do, say it's Arenado, then I'll user him in the Home Run Derby, and that'll be a separate episode. That'll be its own episode, and the next episode after that will be the All-Star Game. The next episode of the series will be the Home Run Derby or the All-Star Game. It'll be the Home Run Derby if we have someone in it, and that'll be the All-Star Game if we have no one in the Home Run Derby. So if we have someone in the Home Run Derby, the next episode of the series will be the Home Run Derby. If we don't have anyone in the Home Run Derby, the next episode of the series will be the All-Star Game. And I believe it should be at Dodger Stadium. This is 2020. So I know in real life it wasn't in 2020. The Dodger Stadium didn't have the All-Star Game in 2020. They were supposed to. Obviously COVID postponed it or canceled it, and then obviously now they're having it at Dodger Stadium this year. But I believe for purposes for this franchise, the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game should be at Dodger Stadium in LA. At different game now, as like I said, next episode of the series will be the Home Run Derby or the All-Star Game. And sorry if I said accidentally like Rockies instead of Giants, or Giants instead of Rockies. Sorry about that. If I misspoke at any time, obviously everyone misspeaks. But like I said, if I said Rockies instead of Giants, or if I said Rockies instead of Giants, or Giants instead of Rockies, I apologize. But obviously everyone does that. But I caught myself sometimes when I said Giants, I caught myself and then said Rockies, but it might have been a few times where I said Giants, but I didn't catch myself. But yeah, either way, like I said, Chris Davis, 4 RBIs. I've said that 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 singles, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. I've said a 3-run home run and then the RBI single. And like I said, Chris Davis is the player of the game. And like I said, next episode of the series will be the Home Run Derby or the All-Star Game. And the next video on this channel should be episode 2, or most likely will be episode 2 of my MLB Show 22 postseason series. As I just said, the next video on this channel most likely will be the next episode, or the next video on this channel, the next video on this channel will most likely be the second episode of my MLB Show 22 postseason series. And yeah, like I said, next video on this, that will be the next video on this channel, and the next episode of the series will be the Home Run Derby or the All-Star Game. That's what it's going to be in this game, but I'm not sure when it's going to end up in real life. But hopefully it will be sooner than later. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so on the board, if you had subs out the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know, I'm gonna see you in episode number 13 of the Colorado Rockies franchise series. See you in episode number 13. I'm gonna see you in episode number 13 of the Colorado Rockies franchise series. See you in episode number 13. And eat a lot of bacon and go Rockies.